Nitro on Ethereum reminds me so much of a Turbo over on Ethereum. I mean, they're both frog meta, obviously, which has done very well this cycle. The way that the chart looked in the initial phases, and they both have a docs dev made with artificial intelligence. In this video, we're going to do an update on Nitro on Ethereum. We're going to go over the website, the new exchange listing that just came out today, and we're going to do an update on the chart, guys. I want to thank Nitro, partnering with Freeman Finance and Crypto. I love you all. This is never financial advice. Coming over here to the Nitro website, we need to add another verified listing here because as you can see right here, when we go to their Grove X exchange on June 20th, 7 p.m., guys, that's another exchange listing. When we come over here and take a look, that's a Syndex, Baconomy, Balaxy, Blinex, Bifinance, and GroveX, guys. This is a lot of exchanges that they have coming, and whenever we come look at what the story of Nitro is, for anyone that does not know this and why I believe it reminds me so much of Turbo, Nitro was created by an aeronautical engineer who designed jet hardware, frustrated by low effort meme coins. Me too, but with the help of AI and a personal touch from his own life, Nitro was born. If you've never seen the doxing video of this dev, I recommend going to watch it. This is what it looks like right here. And if you've never seen the doxing video of Mankind and how he created Turbo on Ethereum before it reached a $1 billion market cap, watch it and you will definitely see the similarities. Whenever we come over here and take a look at the Nitro chart, currently 195,000 in liquidity, sitting at a $3 million market cap. The chart looks really great, if I must say. So this is on logarithmic, guys. This is what you want to use whenever you're looking at something that's quick moving, such as a meme coin right here. So you can see over here, this market cap was around 200K and it shot up to around 4 million market cap and retraced to a low back to 275 before coming back up to almost 4 million. It then found a low at around 631K, and on this last run up, it hit almost 10 million before the Jeets got in, guys, and ran it down all the way to a low of about 2.8 million. But something I want to point out on this is the RSI. We're on the daily time frame, as you can see right here. This means that every candle represents 1 day, and you can see right here, I drew a trend line on the RSI going back to March of this year, and if we draw a trend line on these low points, you can see that it looks like we are just about to touch that, which means if the chart respects this line, that the bottom is almost in over here. And that would make a lot of sense too whenever we draw a fib right here. When we come to swing low to swing high, we could see it's almost to the 0.5 fib level, which is a very common retracement when we are looking at logarithmic and using Fibonacci tools. Now, as always, guys, none of this is a guarantee that it's going to reverse, that it's going to go be a turbo, anything like that. It's never financial advice. Just when I'm looking at the chart, that is what I am able to see. And if we go to a lower time frame, go to the 4-hour time frame, we have a lot more data points. And I want to come back here to the RSI, and we could see if we take this line off that we had on the previous, you could see we hit a low here, had a low here, low, 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 low. So if we just kind of try to touch as many of those as possible, and we draw a straight line right there, you can see we have dipped underneath it. So we hit this low that Nitro has only hit 3 or 4 times in the past, and you could see what happened when we got to each of those points. When you see when we touched as low as we were here, that was at this point right here of 1 million, and it did continue to pump, and then it went down a little bit, and then it pumped again, and it went down a little bit. But you could see right there was a retracement that then caused for it to pump about 120%. So this is something I want to watch, especially on the daily time frame, to see if the Nitro chart respects this RSI right here. RSI is currently 35. And if you don't know what RSI is, it's Relative Strength Index. It's a very basic but good, very good and reputable technical analysis tool. But when we come over here and take a look at Turbo, I believe this is what could be a catalyst for a Nitro. Turbo is currently sitting at 250 million market cap, which it has at one point hit a 1.1, 1.2 available on Binance, Coinbase, OKX, you name it. Turbo is there. And I believe that there will be a lot of people whenever Turbo takes off, they're going to be looking for the next Turbo. What is more turbo-ish than Nitro? Another frog with a twist. It's not a derivative of Turbo. It's its own meme coin, but it's also a frog. It was made with artificial intelligence, and it has a docs dev right here. This is the video that I put up a little bit previously. Guys, a lot of really good artwork too. Some of this artwork reminds me of Ponky. If you come down here, there was a video that they posted, and I'll try to find it, but it was a very good short. This right here would be very good for TikTok, for Instagram Reels. If you go look at what Ponky was able to achieve on social media, bar none. And it definitely was the reason that Ponky hit well over a $100 million market cap over on Solana. So I'm thinking with this quality of artwork, it's funny, it's cool, it's a cute frog. I definitely think Nitro should use that to their advantage. But why Nitro is trying to find a low right here, I think it's all because Bitcoin is just stagnant right now. We're all waiting to see what happens with the big news that's going on right now. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. But how long has it been since you've seen a 1 month chart look like this on BTC, or even go to 7 days? How long has it been since you've seen Bitcoin acting like a stable coin? And that's kind of what everyone's waiting on right now. Everyone's just kind of waiting on the news. Whenever we take a look at the overall crypto market right now, we have some good news in all of this. Altcoin season is 24 out of 100, showing that we have a lot of room to run whenever it actually does take off, but we're currently still in Bitcoin season. But when we look at the fear and greed index, it is starting to reset. We had got back up here in greed, and now we're at 48. I personally would like to see us get into this orange band before we actually take off for the next leg up. But everything's looking healthy for macro crypto mid to long term, in my personal opinion. When we come over here and take a look at the overall crypto market cap, I've showed this before, but we peaked out the first cycle around 750 billion. We did a 3.5x multiple the next cycle to get to 2.8 trillion. This cycle, we have barely passed that up at 3.5 trillion. So if we were to perform crypto market cap cycle over cycle, that would put the overall crypto market cap at the top at around $9 to $10 trillion. So with something like Nitro getting another exchange listing, continued building while the market is stagnant, adding GroveX on top of all of these with a docs dev, a narrative that is extremely popular this cycle, guys, I am bullish on Nitro. So just for a little recap, what I am looking for is really this 0.5 fib level, or to see if it even makes it down that low. I'm watching this RSI right here, this trend line that has been formed back since March. We respected it here, we created it here, and now we are extremely close. And another thing that I want to point out is look how strong the volume is. You could see how it was low volume over here for a couple months, but once Nitro started taking off, we haven't dipped one day under any of these days right here. Like even on these days right here that you can see, it is still greater than anything that we had from March, April, and May, guys. So all of this is pointing towards a very strong meme coin with a cult-like community. But I want to know, what do you think about Nitro? And do you think it has the potential to do a turbo-like run? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. Again, I want to thank Nitro for partnering with Freeman Finance and Crypto. Watch this video up above, and if you're not a part of the Freeman and Finance family, what are we doing, guys? Come on, I love you all.